ones. This new thing came out about Zodiac, which I actually was just watching last night, and it is terrifying. I wish I had seen this
You're
one.
still into serial killers?
No, I honestly haven't.
Oh, I know who you are. Lead investigator on the Gary Sinigi case. Metro PD's golden boy.
You can call me Detective Alex Cross.
Ryan, you're Ed. Quite frightening.
Yes,
And he's rich.
Yeah, I was
He's got
going
resources.
I was going for cutesy, funny, charming, but it came out terrifying. So I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Well, I like your look, blonde on top and those eyes. Your eyes are very piercing. So that's even freakier, right? Did you kind of know that you can use your eyes to kind of be that person?
Sure. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It's very kind. And I thought the blonde hair on me would be slightly disconcerting in a way, in the sense that it's sort of this artificial attempt at like perfect all-American guy, that doesn't quite work, especially when you find out who he really is.
Right. And then Eloise, why are you next to your tormentor?
We've gone to therapy. We've gone to couples therapy. We've worked things out.
Our couples therapist is great.
Yeah.
He really, he convinced us that we are actually.
I've had to apologize for a lot, but we made it through.
Here we are.
Was it odd? I mean, this guy is like over you. I mean, just it's as a viewer, it's kind of hard to watch because you're being tormented and this guy's looking over you. So for you on set, I mean, can you just wash it off, or is it kind of you have to get in that mode?
I feel incredibly lucky that this is the guy who I was doing it with, because Ryan is a really generous, lovely human, and you can feel that emanating from him, even though when he was acting, there's a lot of cruelty off screen. He was showing me a tremendous amount of tenderness. But yeah, it was intense. It's a complicated thing when you're an actor, and you, especially as the season went, as we got into more and more intense situations together, it's a lot, because your mind knows that it's fake, your body is feeling that it's very real. So I just feel really lucky that the amount of trust that we established between us allowed us to really go to these dark places. And then as soon as we called cut, thank God neither of us are method. Could you imagine?
I was just gonna say
that was my next question.
We should just say that we're method. That'll be scary. Yeah, we should say that.
We lived together during production.
In captivity.
I was in the cabinet, and he was in his leather study.
Nothing could be fake. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had a really good time.
We did.
Yeah.
Ryan, was there a lot of apologizing after the yell cut? Or no?
Yes and no. The irony is that as dark as that stuff is, and I hope that on camera we were able to embody that stuff authentically and surprise ourselves, surprise the audience, find some scary things, and sort of turn off some of the lights when action would go. But ironically, there was a lot of fun because. And I'm so grateful that it was Eloise in this role, because it's hard to go to those places with someone. And like Eloise said, you do have to have trust. And it is very, intimate to have your hands in your mouth and be tortured. And she's tied up and can't move. And so, it was, there was, I don't know if the humor was a defense mechanism against it, or if it just, how it was. But I think that lightness and connection sort of off screen helped us be more merciless and ruthless on camera.
I don't think I've ever done something so vulnerable on camera, to be honest. And we were talking about this earlier, that it's a level of vulnerability that almost surmounts like romantic intimacy, because it was so intimate what we were doing.
Yeah.
And all of the layers of complexity that these two characters are going through was a lot. And thankfully the creator, Ben Watkins, is such a spectacular writer that he'd given us really cool tools to play with.
And our directors too. And Zinga Stewart and all our directors really held us the whole time. Yeah.
Incredible.
And then Ryan, did you have to brush up on your serial killers? Famous real serial killers?
I did. Yes, you're absolutely right. I totally did. I was looking at Bundy and Dahmer and all the famous ones. This new thing came out about Zodiac, which I actually was just watching last night, and it is terrifying. I wish I had seen this one.
You're still into serial killers?
No, I honestly haven't. I haven't watched anything serial killer, I swear to goodness, since then.
Sorry.
And since us. It was just because like when you embody that for a while, you're like, oh, let's find some joy and some humor, and like, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's heavy stuff. But then last night I was like, okay, Zodiac, and it's like he's so self-aware. I honestly wish I had seen it before because there were things I was thinking about Ramsey with, like Zodiac Killer was so
Mm,
intentional
yeah.
and so aware of his own psychoticness. He wrote that.
Mm,
He said, I am not sick, I am insane. Anyways, it's so to your question that these profiles, these psychological profiles are endlessly fascinating to explore and try to understand how someone became like this and why. And I think I think one thing that's interesting that's worth noting for our show is that I think I can't explain serial killers entirely, but I can say I do think it comes from an absence of love, of connection, of human connection. And I think in this case, this serial killer is helpful to remind audiences what Cross is fighting for, which
mm.
is
Right.
his family and that love and that joy that's at the center of the show.
Well, great job. You're quite a you're quite the
Good,
serial killer. So,
good.
and
I hope you were.
Eloise,
Yeah.
Eloise, we're gonna be rooting for you. I'm on
Oh,
episode
thank you.
4. I'm like, I hope she makes it. So thanks.
Thank
Great job,
you.
guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. Nice
Thank
chatting.
you.